Welcome back everyone. So today I am having a look at the Kong, or a Kong, depending on what you want to call these. Also just for note, this down here, that's my mic stand. This is a first video. For doing this, I don't have a proper setup for doing these. Very quick before we get into it. As is the other day, I've had a dog for about about 3-4 months, or about maybe 5 or 6. And as is, I've been buying lots of toys, and that's why I had the idea the other day of start up a channel. I can review dog toys, because as I usually, like probably most people, buy their dogs a lot of dog toys. And I thought, why not? Just so people can have a look. I can show, which I'll be showing with this, as is how well or not well these go, sort of thing. That's the idea for them, to show people if they'll get your money's worth with them. But anyway, so yeah, this is the Kong puppy teething toy. Well, there might be a different name for them, that's just what I know them as. This one this is the medium one. As is in palm of my hand, it's palm on my hand. It's not, it is pretty big. As is, it's for a puppy. Now for me, this was about $12-13. Now that also might change if you go to buy it. Now the actual I have had this for about 4 months. As is, it would have been good if I had this idea to do these when I first had started buying my dog toys, but I didn't think of that. But you can actually see like there are quite a fair few bite marks around here. There was a ring around here. He's chewed that off in the last 4 or so months. And you can see there is a reasonable bit of damage. The only real damage I'd have to say that this thing's taken is up here. As you can see, like that's where the most damage is dealt. So with these, perhaps the way these work is, for what I personally did is I filled it up. As you can still see here, I don't know how well this will come out. I don't have the greatest of cameras. There's a line right here. I don't know if everyone can see that. I think there you might be able to see it better. I filled it to about, turn on the side-ish. I filled it to about here, full of dry dog food. And then I filled the top up here with wet food. Now, you don't want to fill it like you could say, fill it to about here and then fill the rest with wet food. Don't do that. Because if you do that and your dog isn't able to get the food, they will, depending on it, they'll get irritated by it, and then they just won't want to play with it. Or they'll just give up on it entirely and go find something else, which is not what you want. With these, as is, these are kind of like a feeder. So like, if you're like, so say that much is, you can fill that like 2 or 3 times for the amount you're going to feed your puppy. That's ideally what you want. You want to be able to give these to them because as they'll chew on them. And as again you can see, it's taken a lot of damage. My dog, I haven't filled this up with food for probably 2 months now, and yeah, he still likes to play with this because obviously he'd remember this has had food in it. On the occasion though, I do put a bit of food up here. Now I have small puppy treats and or his dry dog food just to put up here, which depending on how you put it, you kind of don't want to shove it in too far, because if you do, they won't be able to pull it out. They'll be able to get some of it, but then obviously when they're trying to chew on it to get it out, their saliva is obviously going to get in there and it's going to expand the food, and then it's going to get all squishy and they're not going to be able to get that out. So yeah, you don't want to make it hard for them, but you don't want to make it too easy for them either. Now so as I have for this, I do have a rating of this of either if this is or isn't good for aggressive chewers. Now just note, aggressive chewers does not mean an aggressive dog. Aggressive chewer just means a dog that likes to chew a lot. I'll probably to say that every video just in case, just so people know, because again, as is, aggressive chewer does not equal aggressive dog. It just means that your dog likes to constantly chew. Or easily enough, it means that they get bored a lot easier, and then as is, they'll want to chew a lot more. This I would highly recommend for a aggressive chewer. Like my own dog, he does like to chew a lot. As is, you can see, like it squeezes pretty good. So I will see, like with them chewing on it, it's gonna. I say that's probably why they've lasted so long, because a lot of toys that are like the hard ones, when they're chewing on it, they're obviously going to get their teeth in, and you know they're going to be able to rip it apart. With this, as it's squeezed, if they're like, you think of that, if that's your dog's mouth, right? They're squeezing on it, and that it's, you know, it's going to be able to sort of take the damage a lot better. And also, is this safe to leave your dog? Definitely. I believe they're specifically made for that. I'll usually leave it with him pretty much all the time. As is, up there, if you are worried about it, just as is, like it's about like that wide. It's very small. If you want to just like cut that off or something, if you're concerned about that. Now obviously, again, if your dog's able to destroy one of these teething ones when they're a pup, I suppose congratulations to your dog, because yeah, as is mine, this again has survived the longest and it gets the most use. Which as is, there are different type, different, I think, strengths and materials sort of that the other Kongs are made out of. I'll probably have a look at those in the future. And so just to finish off, I give this a 10 out of 10 paw rating. As is, it's great for its value, it lasts a long time, it's safe to leave your dog, and as is, it's great for dogs who like to chew a lot. As is, you definitely get your money's worth, and as is, like, there are probably a fair few different ones of these. An ideal to do, because I believe the different strengths or whatever it is of these are different colours. Give them to your dog, and then take some away, and they'll, like, if I took this away from him and then brought it back in a couple of days, he'd think it's a brand new toy, especially if you wash it, sort of thing. As it is, it's just a really great toy for you know, as is the price, and as is for what you get out of it. I might, I don't know if he'll ever be able to destroy this exactly. If he ever does able to destroy this, I'll probably put in the description or a comment when he has. But as is, this has been going good for about like 3 to 5 months. As is, my dog's about 7 months old, so as is, he's had it for a fair while. As is, had it during his teething phase, he's still got sharp teeth. And as is, it's really great brand, really great one. So I hope everyone has enjoyed. Hope you all find this informative. And yeah, if you have any toys, other dog toys you'd like me to have a look at, let me know. And I'll see if I can have a look at them.